Hello, welcome to Nana's Journey. I'm Deanna, and today I am going to do a sunflower quilt. I had bought this sunflower stencil years and years ago. I'm not sure you can see that. So I wanted to design a quilt where I could use this stencil. And I decided I wanted just the quilting on that. So I've got these plain blocks where the stencil is going to go. And then this is the alternate block. For the stencil, this is white tone on tone, and it's kind of hard to tell which is the front and which is the back. I'm not sure you can even see that design on there, but it's a really pretty design. So I've got 15 of these at 10.5 inches. I have got 30 10.5 inch strips for a border for the sides, and 30 12.5 inch strips to go on the top of the and the bottom after these are added. I've got 15 6.5 inch squares, and I'm going to use my corner pop ruler to cut off 1.5 inches off the 1.5 inch corner off, and then I've got some triangles. I cut out 2 3/4 inch squares and then cut them diagonally. I have got, these are 2 inch squares, 2 inch squares, 2 by 3.5 inch, and I have 56 of these. I cut out 30 squares. I've got 15 of the pink, 7.5 inches, and to do the fast flying geese method, you need 4 squares for each one large square. So I've got 60 squares of these, and I'm not sure if the pink marking is showing up. I just took my 1/2 inch ruler, put the middle from corner to corner, and marked on each side. I took 56 squares, and they are I think they're 4.5 inches. Yeah, they're 4.5 inches, and then I cut them diagonally. And they will go over the flying geese after I've made the flying geese. So I think it's going to turn out really cute. I'm excited to do it. So let's start with the flower block, and we'll get to the sewing machine. Okay, I'm going to use my corner pop ruler that's by studio180design.net, and I want to take off a 1.5 inch corner. Let's see. So put that at the 1.5 inch mark. And I'm going to do all 4 corners. Okay. Now I'm ready to start my block. Okay, I'm just going to take these squares, line them up here, right sides together, center it, and sew. And I've got my old Bernina. It's an 1130 because mine is getting repaired. Well, maintenance. Let me get this pressed open and then we'll trim it. Okay, to trim it, we just come to the trim down section, put the 1.5 line on there, line this and this up with the sides. And do all 4 corners. Okay, now we have our 6.5-inch square to work with in the center, and we can finish with the sides. We're going to start with the corner units. I need to make sure that I've got right sides together. Okay, now I've got those pressed. I pressed towards the green, and now I put these right sides together. Okay, now for the flying geese, we're going to take 2 of these. And because this is big, I'm going to pin these. These flying geese will end up to be 3.5 by 6.5 unfinished. Okay, now we're going to cut down here and iron these open. Okay, we end up with 2 pieces that look like a squared heart. And again, we're going to just put this in the corner. Okay, now I'm going to cut along here and press it open. Okay, I've got my wing clipper ruler. I am going to put those guidelines right on the seam there. The fabric comes just to the edge there, and I will trim and then turn it. Line it up here. The crosshairs goes in the point. Whoops. And I have my flying geese unit. So let me get those rest of those trimmed and I'll be right back. Okay, I've got them all trimmed, and now I'm going to take my corner pop ruler again and cut away at the 3-inch mark. And I'm not going to cut the other side until I've got that piece done. So, but I will cut the rest of these, and then we'll be back at the sewing machine. Now we just do what we did before. Line it up and sew. Okay, and we're just going to trim down, put the 3 on there. Basically, you want to line this up with what your side should be. Okay, now we're going to cut down the other half. And now we'll do what we did before. Okay, let's go put this together. Okay, the top is put together. Now I just need to put on the borders, and I'm going to use 2.5-inch strips of this rose color. And I don't know if you can see the pattern on the white, but it is the same pattern as this here. So it's really pretty. So I'm just going to flip it over on the sides, which is the long side, and sew 1/4-inch seam, turn it over, and then do the top and the bottom. And then I will be back. Okay, now I've got the borders on, and now I just need to sandwich it. And then I am going to mark these blank squares with this sunflower stencil. And I'm going to mark the middle of the flowers with this stencil. I don't know if you can see that. So, and I still got to figure out my quilting design for here and the rest of the quilt. So I will be back when I've got that done. Okay, I have the quilt sandwiched and I'm ready to quilt, except I still need to put this stencil on here and this one on this middle here. and that will take a while to mark up. And when I'm ready to do this quilt, this block, I'm going to start right here, and I'm going to come down, and then I'm going to go up and do 3 feathers, come back over and put that same traditional design in the triangle, and I'm going to cut across this triangle, put in some lines, come back across, down, do a leaf, and back up, and then I'm right back where I started, and repeat that until I come and finish right up there. So I'll have that, and then the stencil in the middle. So I just need to get these marked, and then we can start quilting. Okay, the quilt is finished. I've got the blocks all quilted. I've added the rose border and the striped binding, and I really like the way it's turned out. Here's the back, and because it's busy you don't see the quilting much, but I just love the backing of this. Thank you for joining me. I hope you like the quilt, and I'll see you next time on Nana's Journey.